Okay, so we are still on page 9. And we're still working on the Balloon Man because we've only just started the Balloon Man, right? Now, what we need to do is look at the second rhythm that we have in the song, okay, so that we can start to put it together. So let's take a look at what the second rhythm looks like. Okay, so page 9, the Balloon Man. We've looked at our tapping notes. We've looked at our long notes. We've seen the first rhythm or pattern of notes that they've put together in this song. Tap, 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 tap. And we've played that on our pianos. If we look carefully in our Balloon Man, you'll see in the second bar, there is a different pattern. And that's what we're going to look at today. So let's do this one. So there's a tap. And there's another tap, and then you're going to see the long note. Okay, tap, tap, and a long note. Now we did this one heaps in our first march. Tap, tap, and a long note. Remember? Tap, tap, and a long note. So let's go to the piano and have a play with our tap, tap, and a long note. This is the second rhythm in this song, the second pattern of notes. Okay, let's go have a play, and then we'll put it all together. Okay, so now that we've looked at the second rhythm on the board and we've worked it all out, let's practice it on the piano. So let's do some cats. Let's use our thumbs, okay? And we're going to do a tap, tap, and a long note. Tap, tap, and a long note with our thumbs. Tap, tap, and a long note. Let's practice our twos on the dogs. Ready? Tap, tap, and a long note. Tap, tap, and a long note. Now you notice that I'm using one key and one finger. We're only practicing the rhythm, okay, the pattern of the notes. We're not doing anything else. We're not doing anything fancy. Number 3 on the elephants. Tap, tap, and a long note. Tap, tap, and a long note. Tap, tap, and a long note. Now we had 2 new keys that we were learning. Who remembers what they were called? They had special songs, remember? We had 1, 2, 3. Who was that? Did you guess bumblebee? You guessed correctly. Okay, so finger number 2 on the bumblebee. We're going to stay there so we don't lose our key. And we're just going to practice tap, tap, and a long note. 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 Now the other animal that we learnt was the angry ant. We said 1, 2, 3, angry ants. So let's do some of these rhythms, the tap, tap, and a long note on the angry ants. Ready? Tap, tap, and a long note. Tap, tap, and a long note. Tap, tap, and a long note. And that is it for the second rhythm. You can keep practicing that rhythm all over the pianos and keyboards as much as you like. Have fun with it. Okay, keep playing with all your different animals, your finger numbers. Okay, and I'll see you in the next lesson where we're going to start to put the Balloon Man together. Very exciting because it's our second song. Okay, so how did you go with the second rhythm? Did it look familiar at all? Any takers? Maybe it was the same as the one in the first march. Yes, you guessed it. Tap, tap, and a long note is exactly the same as what we had in the first march. So we don't have any new rhythms in this song. Okay, we're just going over the rhythms that we've learnt. And we're going to use the right hand. And pretty soon we're going to start playing the Balloon Man. I'll see you in the next lesson.